A very good afternoon and welcome to today's edition of KTN Weekend at 1. My name is Moses Wasi. Starting us off, court leaders have vowed to put pressure on the government to give compensation to victims of cat rustling and displacement due to cattle raid. They intend to drive this agenda collecting enough signatures to support a petition that is currently for the Senate. Kambi has the details.
Marigat High School was their final destination. Accompanied by local leaders, the court leaders visited areas affected by cattle rustling and displacement. Among them, the Bell area in Mochongoi and Serian, pledging to petition for the compensation of those affected.
Kwa sababu ni kasa. Kwa hivyo mimi ninajua vile baba amekuja hapa kama hakuna usalama hapa Baringo. Tutaendelea kurudi na kurudi na kurudi na kurudi na kurudi mpaka tuone usalama mjobani. Kwa hivyo mkweli haya. Tusemekana ila siende huko. Ati kule na kwenda kufanya kampeni. Fanya kampeni. Uchaguzi uko kesho. Na wataalamu wengi sana. Tutengeneze petition kutoka Baringo ya kusema Baringo hakuna usalama. Na hiyo petition ifikishwe mbele ya Senate.
Kenyan corruption and land issues could not go untouched.
Mwingine anaona Julia anasema anatangaza vita na anaanza kupigana hivi. Ya nini bwana kupigana na ile majambazi kushinda kwa kupigana.
Politics taking the center stage here, opposition leaders continue to spread the Okoa Kenya campaign message as local leaders push for the removal of the Yatimba member of parliament at Asan Kamama.
Kwa sababu kama hawezi tunadawa. Kama hawezi tuna nini? Nikisema Raila madawa. Raila. Na najua vile Raila amefika hapa watajaribu lakini hata wakijaribu utataka wafanye vile kampeni imesema.
Unasema kama wakaji wa Baringo kwamba mama asai. Atoke kwa kiti ya security by parliament. Atoke asitoke.
Chairman za KTN.
The Parliamentary Committee on National Cohesion is planning to petition the President to take executive actions against leaders from warring committees in Baragoi, and that's over the ongoing fights and banditry. Speaking during a tour of the area, the committee members who met the people from this community said that leaders from this area have not done enough rather to quell this conflict. In the latest massacre, at least 64 people were killed. During a meeting between the leaders and the residents, bandits sprayed bullets at Baragoi Day School, where the meeting was taking place. No one was injured in that incident.
Very much with it. Tonight. Vita ni mambo ya ardhi. It's a feature of the Turkana community in county, especially Baragoi sub-district.
The ignorance and negligence the government to recover the lost police fire and make some community more from vanity and attacks. And we are tempted to feel that the government is promoting vanity. In comparison to reaction by the government to equivalent massacres as in the Ketoni and Kafelo, was so quick an operation declared on affected areas without even intervention.
You will see legislative interventions by us in Parliament to put a stop to this. And not only legislative interventions, also administrative interventions by petitioning the President to take certain executive action with regard to the security apparatus.
Everyone will agree that that's an issue that needs to be sorted out. Moving on. 3 weeks after KTN highlighted the plight of children at the Good Samaritan home in Mathare, while we were dropped to the home to lend a helping hand. Fire had burned down a big part of that home, leaving hundreds of kids out in the cold. Fatma has been following that story and filed this report.
When we first met Mama Mercy, she was struggling to wear a smile after part of our residential house, which has turned into an orphanage, burned down. Living one day at a time, Mercy chose to soldier on with 570 children she has rescued from the streets in the few rooms left. To today, 2 weeks since KTN aired her story, the scenario at Good Samaritan Children's Home is different. Mercy has taken in one more child.
Nilikuwa niishi na my dad. Sasa wakakuwa niishi na my bro. Asema titi kuja Nairobi nikafanya usharali. Sio nikakuja katika disari kuja kwa sisi yangu na kwa najua kuja kunileleka shule. Ndio mother-in-law yake penye amleka. Akanileta hapa hivi.
The children, evidently excited, gather around to watch as Joshua Kamau, an artist popularly known as the one-man band, entertains them with his unique talent. But the one-man band is not the only new face here. The home is full of life and buzz with activities. Visitors continue to stream in. Other than the good company, the children are also treated to fun activities like this bouncing castle, which has the young ones occupied. The older ones seeing the opportunity to display their own talents.
Whatever you have, maybe little or more, there's always a room to share. So whatever you have, don't share, come out, give to people. Even if maybe you have 2 mandazis, eat one, give one to the other person, and then it will be provided and helping our hand.
And that after the hard work is done, it's now time for the presents. Mattresses, bedding, clothes, food are just some of the goodies they came with.
Our guys are cooking, we do their clothes, and cleaning. Basically, it's our day. We put the smile to their face.
Mimi leo, hata miaka yangu haitakuwa 57. Miaka yangu itakuwa 50 sasa. 7 nimedraw top leo. Wamejaja sana vile ombi yangu ilikuwa naomba na imetimika na kutoka mwanzo vijana ndio wanisaidia na wamama.
And as the day ends, Mercy stands tall knowing that this is a sign of better things to come. She has been able to overcome one hurdle after another, and today she has even more reasons to smile, knowing that she's not alone in her fight to make sure no child is left out cold in the street.
Statistics from the government show that the number of vulnerable children and orphans stands at over 4 million. These children might not have a lot, but they are rich at heart, and they depend on men and women of goodwill such as you and I, their survival. Fatima Pole, KTN in Madare.
Thank you, Father, for that. And it is always very kind to lend a helping hand. So how much do you know about your current country's political or even economic or social events? And what is your opinion or your reaction when random reporters come to you for your opinion on national issues? Take a look at the following story.
Supposed to bring you up to speed or updated with current issues that make news journalists go through a myriad of hustles to make that opinion that comes from the public count sort out to the streets to understand why most of the public will shy away from the camera to give up their opinion, and this is why.
Information is power, both in social and economic activities. The question is, do you know what's going on around you and how directly or indirectly you are affected? Our curiosity was driven by a video shot in America where Americans were asked whether they knew of their vice president.
Who is Joe Biden?
I have no idea.
Want to take a guess?
A man.
Who's Joe Biden? Joe Biden. Wasn't he our governor?
You think he's governor or something?
Joe Biden, I don't know. Terrorist, proving not terrorist.
Who is Joe Biden? I have no idea.
Oh, Joe. I think seen him in movies.
What movie?
In some movies.
What movies? Like what are some of them?
I cannot tell you. Is he gonna be here?
Now Pineapple Express?
Would that be? Oh, yeah, he's that old man.
We conducted a similar experiment in Nairobi. This is, however, was not an easy task.
Excuse me, hi. My name is Only from KTN. Can I have a moment with you to ask you a simple question? Just a minute. I won't take too much of your time. On national interest. Thank you. Kali. Can I ask you a few questions about something to the national issue?
Of the few interviews we managed to get, I asked questions on both entertainment and politics.
Do it.
Then the revelation came.
My favorite artist is Eloin. He has good music, he has creativity in his lines.
Any one of his music that you know, one line or two?
He says his best line is from 90s. We did in the living room.
The second stanza of the Kenyan national anthem, what does it say?
Huh?
The second stanza of the Kenyan national anthem, what does it say? Why is that so? How many colors does the Kenyan flag have?
4.
How many colors does the Kenyan flag have? 5.
Can you name them?
Black, green, white, red.
Red, black, green, white.
5. What about the second stanza of the national anthem?
About it.
Can you recite it?
No.
I follow politics, but I think I'd follow entertainment more than politics.
What have you fought so far on politics?
Basically, the issue with the integrity center, the firing of commissioners, and the issue with insecurity.
Security is important.
Security is important.
Who's the Cabinet Secretary for Interior Security?
I know only who was sacked. I know he quit or sacked.
Wow. Now that I tell you, that's in trouble. He really has to pull up his socks to at least get up to date on the day today.
Would you say that the youth are also much concerned about current issues that affect them socially, politically, and everything apart from entertainment?
I'd say we're not given a chance to express our views, because I believe if I as a young person, I'm given the stage, you know, the platform to express my views and say this not going right. I mean, we should do this.
I think the youth nowadays, they are so much into social media, and maybe they don't look into so much into the things that affect them. Maybe the things that affect the country and like that.
If I look at back in my youth, I was just focused on the issues pertaining to that day, that time. But as you grow older, you start to appreciate that there's a whole lot of other issues that you should also look into.
I need to be like, know whatever is going on from social, from business-wise, political-wise, and in all aspects. Yeah. So I need to get to know what's taking place. If I to do that, after the president, I don't have a right to press the government when they don't do one or two things. Yes.
Your news is abstract. It's talking about what's happening in Kisumu, Kampala, and the young fellow is more interested in what's happening in Carnival. Or basically, yeah.
Personally, I love watching things that trigger my thinking.
Can I talk to you in less than a minute on entertainment? Anything, the genre music that you love, what you love most about entertainment, and you have a favorite artist perhaps, and as well politics.
I have plenty.
Back where the camera is. Politics.
No, not.
All right. That's exactly what we go through before we get out that opinion count in any given story. A news item. KTN, Nairobi.
Very much thanks, Stan. To see how Kenyans, some of the time it is ignorance, but different people and different opinions. Moving on. Farmers in Nyeri County had to hear the forum to air the grievances to the Nyeri County government. The meeting held at Mbugu Farm with Nyeri Governor and Agwa. The farmers complained of issues ranging from low prices, lack of fertilizers, to poor management by the directors. The farmers said that the unpredictability of the price was hurting them, as they could not do any poor planning for their earnings. Agwa said that the Nyeri government will soon come up with a bill to address these issues, such as marketing of the tea, management of the factories, and electing of the directors in the agencies.
Kama mwaka uliopita tulilipwa bonus ya shilingi 26 kwa kilo, na ya mwezi itoke kutoka shilingi 14 iende hata ikienda dhate tungefurahi, hata ikienda dhate. Pia mkulima wa majani awe anachimiwa na management ile ambayo tuko nayo.
Tunataka kujua mambo ya fertilizer sana
na mambo mengine watu walie tuko matapu. Issues of course is declining tea prices that they are now because the price of our area has collapsed in Mombasa. It has gone as $2. And one of the issues coming up is what measures to be taken can lead to address the situation. And then we are coming up, the members are coming up with solutions that perhaps we need to introduce orthodox tea in these factories, because currently we are dealing with black tea. And then we are saying, this is what the members are saying, it needs to come up within our time with the proposals of how they're going to introduce orthodox tea in the factories in Nigeria, so that farmers do not continue suffering with the low prices that are currently there.
And with that, take a short commercial break, but don't you say we will be back with international news. Welcome back to KTN Weekend. At one day, we continue to our coverage in the ancient art of Sakyang. The traditional tattoos has been prized by the eyes for centuries, but increasingly is foreigners being the path of the two masters. Here's more on that story.
Couched in prayer beneath dozens of watchful eyes, a master is at work, a master tattooist. Prayers like this are essential preparation for applying the sacred Kritai body art known as Sakyang. The tattoos are supposed to confer health, wealth, or even magical powers on those who wear them. Once worn only by warriors, they're now popular throughout Thailand and increasingly further afield.
ส่วนฝรั่งเนี่ยเหตุผลเท่าที่ผมมองนะ
It's mainly the unique beauty of the motifs which attract foreigners. They also know that the letters can help them become stronger.
ที่เขาได้ศึกษาเขามาอาจจะช่วยเสริมได้
Prayers, patterns, mythical creatures. It's up to the tattooist to decide which design best suits of the personality and life goals of the recipient. The idea is to create a spiritual bond between the master, known as an Ajahn, and his disciple.
I finally found a perfect Ajahn for me. He's really a big brother. You know, for me, Ajahn Thung is like a mentor.
But the foreign taste for Sakyang is not without controversy. Some in Thailand say it's commercialized as sacred art, which used to be paid for only donations.
It's become fashionable nowadays, but these kinds of tattoos cannot be sold only for the beauty. The beliefs also have to be respected.
When they receive a tattoo, disciples are advised to follow certain Buddhist principles as a way of assuring the designs retain their spiritual power. Whether or not they succeed, Sakyang's commercial power shows no sign of fading.
A new kind of Google self-driving car will be hitting streets very soon. Google is switching from the SUV to a custom-built electric car, which is likely to tons, and they'll only be navigating in the streets of Mountain View, California. David Louis shows us the new design.
It would be an attraction or possibly a distraction, depending what you think of this small two-seater electric self-driving car. Google designed them this way so its engineers study how people react to them and interact with them. A human will retain manual control as needed. Its speed will be limited to 25 miles an hour. Joe Hong has driven by the Lexus self-driving vehicles that Google has tested for 6 years, and speed is not a word he'd associate with them.
They're typically on the fast lane, but going a little too slow, so they're already on the slow side. In my experience.
First, Jamie Pearson has no fears about being struck by one.
I would trust it to stop. I would definitely trust it to stop.
You think the technology is ready?
Yes, I do.
This next phase of testing brings self-driving capability closer to reality for seniors who fear losing their independence and mobility.
For a lot of folks, they're forced to perhaps give up the keys, and that really limits and decreases their independence.
Ginger Johnson is 84 years old and still driving.
Sometimes we lose the ability, or we have diminished ability to judge distances and speed. So I think it would be a terrific thing.
Google has built 25 of these prototype cars. They will be put on the streets of Mountain View a few at a time.
Would you walk in front of one in a crosswalk?
No.
You have trepidation.
I absolutely. Well, it was a full and complete up, and then I would go.
And that's the kind of behavior that Google will study as it moves forward with self-driving cars.
To matters sports. The opening leg of the IAAF Diamond League in Qatar got underway yesterday night, with Kens putting in a not so good performance. The 800-meter race, Ferguson Rotich finished second, behind Djibouti Suleiman Mohamed, while Asbel Krop finished shy fifth. Virginia Mbura was impressive, winning 3,000 meters steeplechase in a time of 9 minutes 21.51 seconds.
Kenyan athletes were expected to do well in at least 3 races in the season opening Doha Diamond League, but it was only in the 3,000 meter steeplechase where the country's representatives flew the flag high. Virginia Nganga was in the company of Hairin Kiyeng, Lydia Sheprui, and Daisy Jepkeme. But Virginia, who sprang to the lead from the gun, maintained a pace all through as she backed 4 diamond points after finishing in 9 minutes, 21.55 seconds. Ethiopia's Hiwot Ayeleo was second, while Avin was third to collect 1 point.
Goodness me, I also try to come back on the inside all the way to line. I am Booker takes it. What cool customer leaning back on the line, did feel she needed to dip.
Final race of the day, the men's 3,000 meters, which attracted some of the finest athletes, was expected to go either way. And as with any race that has double world and Olympic gold medalists, more far of Britain, in Isaiah Kipgat Thomas Longsiwa, Edwin Soy, and what you get is an unpredictable race. The pastors did their work with Gideon Mwangi Gadimba, pushing the time until the second last lap. Longosiwa was primed for victory, but Ethiopia's Hagos Gebrehewit overtook him with meters to go. Farah settled for second, while Longosiwa was placed third. Julius Yago, the YouTube man, was in his elements, throwing 81.988 meters, but he had to contend with 6th place since Tero Pete Kamaki of Finland created the day with a throw of 88.62 meters. Kenya finished second and third in the men's 800 meters, which was won by Djibouti's Ayan Leo Suleiman. Ferguson Rotich and Alfred Kipketer completed the podium finish. Joachim Boy, KTN Sports.
Still on matters of track, 2007 World 800-meter champion Janet Chepusge, the reigning world champion Yusni Sum, will be reunited for the first time this season, and that's during the second stop of the IAAF Diamond League in Shanghai. The two are among the athletes who chose to skip the season opening in Doha, Qatar. The series sets the battle of the Beijing World Athletics Championship slots.
Janet Chepusge and Yun Su have more in common than just being the only 2 Kenyan women to have won the 800 meters world title. Chepusge won in 2007, while her student Sum clinched in 2013. They both train together and they inspire each other. On the other hand, however, they have gotten used to competing against each other. They will both kick off their 2015 season at the Shanghai Diamond League this Saturday.
I know where she's weak and she knows where I'm weak.
I think I can consider myself as one of the lucky people. There with the people who mentor you, with the people who make you the way you are now.
The 2050 season may seem a bigger challenge for Chepusge, who has had to watch her pupils on several occasions, charged of the 2-lap race, but 2008 Olympic silver medalist is determined to stay focused.
The training had been going on and then I got an injury, but right now I'm okay. And I can get back something which I actually had to miss for some few years.
With the World Athletics Championships set to go down in August, Chepusge is eyeing a return to the bird's nest, where she won silver during the 2008 Olympics. With a career spanning over a decade, Eldoret Express, she is commonly referred to, is more realistic about her goals and aspirations, and she currently finds more satisfaction in nurturing upcoming runners. She will on Saturday compete against Yun Sum, who is a 6-time Diamond League winner, United States Jennifer Meadows, and Uganda's Winnie Manyondo, among other athletes.
Steven Gerrard is self-captain of Liverpool for the last time at home this weekend. They host Crystal Palace. Manchester United, on the other hand, lock on with the long-time rivals Arsenal. In the local from the FA Premier League and the Kenyan Premier League takes center stage this weekend with the host of mouth-watering ties.
Kenyan Premier League matches are expected to spice up this week's action as KPL enters week 12. Buoyed by the recent run of victories, FC Leopards are the second spot when they play host to Muhoroni. Ushuru FC won for the 11 matches will take on City Stars. The Tasmanian are crossing their fingers that City Stars, who have only won once so far, will offer them a ladder to climb up the table. Flip-flopping Bandari will be away to Children Juga in Kisumu. On Sunday, defending champions Gor Mahia will be seeking to continue with their unbeaten run as the host bottom plate Nakuru All-Stars will Taltasa takes on KCB at City Stadium. In the FK Premier League, bottom place Talanta FC squares off with Nakumatt at Kasarani Stadium before Moyes and Modern Coast battle it out at the same venue. League leaders Zouk Richard Sex on 7th place Shabana at the Richard Green Stadium as Nzoia United links up against Syrian at Kaduna. Also in the English Premier League, Manchester United will be keen to cement their top 4 place this weekend as they play host to rivals Arsenal at Old Trafford. Newcastle United will pray that delegated QBR will handle a lifeline, while Sunderland take on Leicester City as they struggle to avoid the arch continues. Liverpool captain Steven Gerrard will walk out the Anfield tunnel for the last time as he plays last home game against Crystal Palace. On Sunday, Chelsea take on West Brom, while Swansea host Manchester City. Robinson Okenya, KTN Sports.
And with that, we wrap up today's edition of KTN Weekend. And Jeremy Bira will be up next week with the Africa Speaks, which will be telling us more about the state of affairs in Burundi, plus a little bit about women in power in Africa. The name is Moses Wakisi. Have a lovely evening.